Hello, my little peepers. Welcome to a new episode of What's New in Shalene's Neck of the Woods. And welcome back to part 3 of the Jasmine Halloween coloring for the month. This is still Queen of Halloween. So, let's see. This is a pumpkin and that's a pumpkin, so I have to color those. I know I told you stories about Halloween and trick-or-treating. I forgot to tell you about haunted houses that are set up at Halloween time that I have been through. Also pumpkin picking that I have done. In the past. First, I want to tell you, let me look it up, because I'm really bad at remembering certain things. I lost 5.3 pounds since last Sunday. I don't know my total pounds lost because my weight fluctuates constantly. Like this week I'll lose 5, and next week I might gain 2 of it back. It's just been fluctuating really bad. Right now I'm using my polychromos. But Sundays are my weigh-in day. I try to remember to weigh in before I eat breakfast. That did not happen today. I remembered right after I ate, so I hurried up and weighed myself. Now on to haunted houses I've been in. So, before the kids were born, and Scott and I were, I think we were still, we were engaged. We weren't married yet. We had gone for the weekend to Niagara Falls. So it's like an hour and a half away. We went there for the weekend. We stayed on the United States side. But back then you didn't need an enhanced driver's license or a passport to go over. Okay. Black. Anyways, there was, I don't know if it's still there because like this was mid-80s. There was a haunted house that is supposed to be the scariest. And if you want out, you scream, you yell for help, they will let you out. There were a lot of screaming going on. I don't scare easily. And knowing that it's a haunted house and not real, that's always going on in my mind. As for Scott, he jumped and yelled a lot, which would then make me laugh more. Yes, I am the type that laughs through the haunted houses. Cannot help it. It's just how I am. And I am the type that as soon as I walk in the door, I'm searching all four corners of the room for anything to pop out at me. And my eyes are constantly roaming the room. Well, this haunted house is pitch black. You have to follow these little lights as you go from room to room. You cannot see anything at all. It is like being totally blind except for these neon lights. And so if you touch the walls, they have sticky stuff, there's slime, and there's things that pop out and grab you, people, I'm sure. And there is cobwebs and things that pop down from the ceiling to get in your hair. It's just, I had a blast. I thought it was the neatest thing. Scott, not so much. He didn't scream, but he did a lot of jumping and a lot of yelling. I think that's the best haunted house I've ever been in. And I forgot how long it takes to go through the whole thing. And there was a lot of people yelling for help. They wanted out. That was a lot of fun. I've been with my boys to a haunted house at Darien Lake, which they told me that all of their friends said that it's the scariest one they've ever been in. Yeah, I laughed through that one too. That's just how I am. I just laugh. It's silly. Because I know it's not real. And then in town, in an old warehouse, they had a haunted house. So I went with Scott and my two boys, my best friend at the time, and her two kids. Now what's funny is her and her two kids had already been through it, but she didn't tell me anything because she didn't want to spoil it for me. Oh, you can't see what I'm doing. Look, maybe you can. Yep, you can. Okay. So we go in there and it was a lot of fun. And of course, me being me, I laugh and I have a good time until we walk outside. And you know in the back of your mind as this is happening that it's not real, but tell that to the rest of your body. As soon as you walk outside, there's a guy dressed up like Jason from Friday the 13th. And he has a chainsaw and he starts it up as soon as you walk outside. And he comes at you. Well, me, I did not laugh. I never ran so fast in my life. And in the parking lot, they have the metal, what do you want to call them, rails in between the parking lots. Because there was several parking lots, but they have those silver rails. They're like shin height. Knee height. Yeah, I was hurdling those. And my friend is running right along with me. And I finally stopped running and looked at her and I said, why are we running? This isn't real. And I said, and as for you, you've already been through this. And she says, I know, but when they did it the last time she was there, the chainsaw wouldn't start for him. So she had forgotten about the chainsaw. And my kids and Scott and her kids caught up to me. And all of them looked at me and said at the same time, I have never seen you run so fast in our lives. Yeah, that's the only time that's ever happened. So we all piled in our vehicles and sat out in the parking lot, waiting for people to come out that back door with the guy with the chainsaw. We had quite a few good laughs. I don't think anybody ran as much as I did that day, though. The same production put on another haunted house the following year in a different warehouse. That one was good. They didn't have a guy with a chainsaw, though. I'm sure that guy that was dressed up like Jason just got the biggest kick out of us. See, Scott and the boys and I were always scaring each other. And I am usually the only one that does not get scared. So they got a big kick out of that. We are always hiding behind doors. We haven't done it since the kids were little, but we used to hide behind the doors and scare each other all the time. Well, one day, Scott was the only one home. And I had gotten out of work early. And I walked in the house, I could hear the shower running. So I couldn't pass up. And I'm surprised I'm still alive and still married, because I've done this a couple times to Scott since. So I quietly go down the hall, and at that time I had a dog that did not bark, although none of my dogs ever barked at me. So he's in the shower. I go quietly in the bathroom. And I put my hand under the shower curtain and grabbed his ankle. He screamed like a girl. I'm sorry, I can't stop laughing because I can still picture it all in my mind. I got called a few choice words. Yeah. Since then, I've done it a couple other times. He's done it to me several times. He's only got to me once where I yelled. And that's because I was zoned out. I was tired. But he does it when I know that he's not at work. And then Justin was dating someone. And he had put on a gorilla mask, which looked real. Well, Scott and I were not home. And when we got home, Scott said, "The house is dark. Justin's car's here. The house is dark." I said, "Well, maybe they're watching TV in Justin's room." Just, I believe Justin was a senior or already had graduated. But the whole house was dark. And me, being me, I'm not going to trust them doing anything to scare us. So we go down the hall and they jumped out at us from the hallway, or from the family room into the hallway with the gorilla mask on. Well, I didn't even jump or flinch. I just looked at them and said, "Nice mask." "Oh, not Scott. He goes running down the hall." Alex says to Justin, "We didn't get your mom." And Justin said, "Nope, she's hard to scare." Trying to think if we've been in other haunted houses. Those are the ones that I remember. They've tried to scare me when I worked at the lab. They've tried to scare me. I've scared them plenty of times. And I don't think my boys really scare easily either. Just because we've been like this since they were little kids. I used to pop out in the hall all the time at them. I'd be hiding. They'd come home from school and I'd pop out at them. I do it with Carson. Carson does it with everybody. And Blake loves it when I make monster noises and growl at him. He thinks that is the funniest thing. And Dylan has gotten Carson a few times about monsters, but Carson only believes monsters live outside. They don't come in houses. So I don't know if Canada still has that haunted house. And we've done, you know, the cutesy ones that are at amusement parks. And they're okay. Oh, I'm just deciding what I want to do for the dress. So have any of you gone in haunted houses or try scaring your significant other or your children? I want to do this like a orangish brown. I think I'll do this and then add brown over it. Is that here? Yep. Yep. I also used to do the hide behind a vehicle with snowballs when the kids got off the school bus, and I'd be hiding waiting for them, and yeah. Always scaring. We're trying to. Sorry, I have a video uploading right now of my September finishes. So I keep checking to see if it's ready to be published. Almost. Yuck. I keep getting hair in my mouth. Okay, now I'll kind of go over it with a brown so it's not quite as orangey. Here we go. What's this? Burnt ombre. Let's try that. Just lightly going over it. Oh yeah, that looks good. Not too dark, just a little bit. And a little shadow in. So I would love to live in one of those big Victorian houses that look haunted. And they've been showing pictures on Facebook, and there was one that the house was painted like a deep purple, and it was beautiful, and it was huge. Because even though I wouldn't be able to clean the whole place, I would still love a big place like that. Because I could have a library. I could have my craft room, a big craft room, where I have a lot of space. I could have a room with my computer in it. You know, and a couple guest rooms. I like the hair. Let's see, purples. Sorry, I'm hitting publish. It was ready. Okay, I'm done with that. Sorry, everybody. Was just trying to get that video done up. so that's it for the haunted houses that I can think of. I know I've gone in a corn maze. That was a lot of fun. I didn't need help getting out of that either. I know we've ridden on a wagon or two to go to pumpkin patches to pick out our pumpkins. Most of the time, though, we just get the ones that are already picked. I would like to be able to decorate the outside of my house sometime, but I haven't had the money to do that last year or this year. I'm still using my polychromos. I might use a fine liner for this detail work. Otherwise, I have to make sure that my colored pencil is very sharp. I forgot to put my little Halloween, well, here it is. It's not on the table with me, but my little Halloween cat will sit here. Hopefully I don't wiggle the table too much that it falls off. very quiet in the house because Justin has to close the store tonight, so he's already gone to work. Scott took today off from the gas station because him and Dylan went to a gun raffle. And then as soon as I'm done coloring this, I have to go get groceries. I think I'm going to make meatloaf for dinner. That's what I told Scott. And Scott said, well, he was having a chicken dinner. That's what's at the gun raffle. And I said, well, you better make room, because his eyes lit up when I told him I was making meatloaf. And he said, well, you're making a big pan lasagna style, right? A big lasagna pan full of meatloaf? I said, no. Because he likes meatloaf. Okay, let's do this. My pencil's really pointed. So, yeah, the gun raffle doesn't end till 4 o'clock, and it's 2 o'clock right now. So, 4 videos got put up this morning. The first part and the second part of this coloring. My Sunday mail haul, because I always do a mail haul on Sundays. I show what I got during the week. And then I showed all the pages that I colored and finished for September. But this video won't go up till Monday morning. So I hope that you guys all checked out the other 4 videos that I put up Sunday. And if you want to know where I'm getting my idea of how to color this, I went under Jasmine Becket Griffith's website and looked up her print for this. And I'll probably do all my pictures like that I color in here. Just because I am not always good at picking out colors. Oops. I am really excited to see all of your pictures of this page. I love seeing how everybody does their pictures because we all color different. We all use different mediums. And it's a lot of fun. And don't forget, if you're in my group, my Facebook group, to post your finishes only in the comment section of my post for this page. And then I will have somebody, it won't be my family member because I will be in South Carolina next weekend. I don't get into Myrtle Beach till Monday. But I'll be in South Carolina for 2 days. So I will have one of my friends pick their favorite finish and post that as the header. Because I need to get better at that because I haven't been changing it weekly. So there will be a few changes in the group after the color along. Yeah. And in November, I am going to do a buddy color with Jessica from Jessica's Coloring Corner in the Tenderful Enchantments book because I haven't had time to color in that yet. And her and I want to do a buddy color in that. So we haven't decided yet what page. We have plenty of time to decide on that. And then I am going to look for someone or several, whatever, people, any of my peepers, if they want to color in that Croatia coloring book. What's it called? I can't think of the name of it. Slamajan Nova, something like that. I want to color in that in November as well. I'm still going to do Halloween in autumn. In November because I still have a couple pages out of the Romantic Countries. In fact, I started one last night, so like the rest of today, I'll be working on one of the Romantic Country pages because I'm only doing this on camera. So today is Sunday, and then I'll work on this again Tuesday with a color in chat. And then I will do the picture Autumn. Might do that later today with just the Halloween sounds, no color in chat. Because I will be gone next week. I'm not going to be able to do the videos. But I still want to be able to participate and post the videos next week while in Myrtle Beach. So I will be able to upload the videos to my laptop. And I'll probably upload them to my channel while at Dylan's, but I will make them private. And then I'll just need to go in and edit it as public next week. So yeah, what time do I have? 47 minutes. So this might take another 1 to 2 videos to make. So that I can finish it with you guys. And don't forget to ask me any questions about anything related to Halloween, and I will answer them in my videos. Oh, I can remember another time I was scared, and yes, I jumped and I would have screamed. We were at a campsite. I was a teenager with my parents and my sister. We had gone camping in the Allegheny State Park here in New York. It is one of my favorite state parks. And we had the type of camper, this was back early 80s. It was the kind of camper that sat up on the top of your pickup trucks. You know, it would go down into the bed of your pickup truck and go up over the roof of the pickup truck, and the part that's over the roof of the pickup truck is one bed, and then like the couch pulled out into a bed. So I remember waking up in the middle of the night having to go to the restroom. Now it's dark out. I'm not afraid of the animals out there. I took a flashlight. I had to walk quite a ways, but that didn't bother me. As I got close to the restrooms, they also had showers, I happened to walk by the dumpster. That's fine too. Like I said, I don't scare easily. Yeah, I got scared that time. As I got next to the dumpster, out pops a freaking huge raccoon. I am not afraid of raccoons. They usually come to your campsite while you're around the campfire, and they come looking for food. And we've always fed them marshmallows. Raccoons love marshmallows. And they'll take them right out of your hand. But I was not expecting one to pop out next to me out of the dumpster. Yeah, I jumped a mile high. And I would have screamed really loud, except it's the middle of the night. And I know the other campers are sleeping. So yes, that raccoon scared me. And I'm surprised I didn't scream. Because it's like an automatic reaction. But for some reason, I thought of the campers, and I don't know why. I do remember calling the raccoon a food choice words. We are at 53 minutes. I have 6 more minutes. So I'm just going to try to finish up the top part of the skirt. Oh, wrong color. I was supposed to color it that color. Oh well. Oh well. You can't tell. I think I better leave this pencil out. Oh no, I'll just put it in backwards in the pencil case. I remember what I used, because I'll use it on this one too. Plus I gotta do some shading with this for the lines, and I don't know if I'll be able to finish it all in the next video or not. Okay, my peepers, and that's it for today. So stay tuned for a new video that I will do on Tuesday night. You will see it Wednesday morning. I hope you are all enjoying coloring in this page, in this book, and on this page. And I am looking forward to seeing what you are doing. So stay tuned for a new episode of What's New in Shalene's Neck of the Woods. And I will talk to you all later. Bye-bye, Pie Peepers!